What's going on, everyone? Gotta turn my light on. Get my studio quality lighting going. What's up? There we go. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Uh, is that okay? I think that's a little bit better. All right. Okay. We gotta make the connections. I'm making a game. It's a game where you play as a dragon, and there's upgrades. And I'm currently redesigning the upgrade menu, like the UI that lets you designate and create upgrades. Let me see what I have right now. Just remind myself. Like I can also use this as an opportunity to remind you all where we are. If I remember correctly, we still had them arranged in a capsule shape, but we did have the connections. Very basic version of the connections. Oh, and we also added this UI indicator, which is nice. Yeah, and the connections can rearrange themselves. Cool. But yeah, I mean, what we're gonna want is, instead of having them all on the same level, this would be like above this one right here. Why does my OBS UI look slightly different? Maybe it's because of the panels being like resized or something. Um, so yeah, we could use Align 2D, but I feel like that would add an unnecessary performance tax when we could use just like a bunch of rectangles and then use a shader to basically create the line. That's kind of my idea. I'm just not sure how I want to align the rectangle. I don't know if I want to have it, you know, with a fixed rotation so that none of the rectangles actually rotate, or if I want to do something where the bottom edge is centered with, one of the ports and the top edge is centered with the one it's connecting to, which would imply some rotation. And I don't see why I can't do that. Um, it might be a little more efficient in terms of like space used. Hmm. Uh, no, maybe I should just lock the rotation. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. I'm thinking, oh god, I almost just Alt forward OBS. Alt F forward. Alt 4. It's also a billion degrees where I am, so that's going to be an added logistical challenge. Yeah, this should be happening in the connect ports function. We're using connection lines. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, we're going to rework this. So instead of a line, we're going to have a rect. And how do we want to arrange this? Is there any way we can set the shape using a rect? Hmm. Perhaps not. However, we could just copy the parameters, so. And I guess this would technically be a rect2 integer. No, let's just use a normal rect2. Uh, do we have any static functions we can use here? Okay. Well, yeah, let's start by getting the difference here. Uh, we're gonna need to cache these as well, I think. Right? That's the, okay, yeah, that's the order we had. Hmm. Okay, I think what we'll do is, yeah, I feel like we should be able to set the, oh shoot, wait. The nodes themselves are going to be rotated. So there is like that to consider. It might actually be, and it might be more difficult to arrange the rectangle in a way where it's using rotation. Maybe not. Yeah, let's try actually not using the rectangle. Rect dot position equals a position. Can we use look at? Okay. Rotation equals a pos dot okay, difference dot rotation dot angle. There's also angle 2. I think we want angle to point. Sounds more correct. Because I think otherwise it's going to give us like a... Like a... I don't know how to describe it. Like it's going to look at a two-dimensional graph and it's going to go from the one point to the other. But would this do any... I don't know. I don't know if this would do anything different. We can try both. I don't know math. I gotta learn math. Then we'll set the size. And then the rectangle size can be vector to distance, distance. And then I would like to center it if possible. See, I don't know what information we have with the control nodes. That's the only thing. And then instead of connection lines, let's use connection rects. And I'm not sure that it has to be a color rect. It might be able to get away with being a control node. I'm not sure. Yeah, and we're just gonna temporarily get rid of this. Alright, and I'm going to run this in GD script to make sure we're not getting any errors, which means it's time to set up the freaking guitar. I feel like, honestly, the biggest thing limiting me, or I feel like I could, at this point, I feel like I've increased my capacity to practice and learn new songs. I just haven't done it yet. So, thus, I've not learned many new songs. We're gonna see what we can do, which is probably just gonna be me messing around, playing random notes again. As always. But occasionally playing something coherent. Whoa. Interesting. Intriguing musical prospect. Melodic prospect. So it's interesting because, like, you start by playing the first two strings of this chord. I don't know what chord this is. It's like any configuration of finger placements. Can that just be considered like a chord? Like, does it have a name? I don't know. Yeah, you play like the first two strings, play the last one. Wait, hold on. Yeah, play the first two, last one, then the middle. Okay, well, the thing is ready. And I kind of want to remember this, if possible. Alright, well, I have attempted to take a mental snapshot. We'll see how well it holds up. Okay, so it seems like what we've written is working. Ignore the fact that it stopped working. The alignment is correct. Now we need to find a way to center it. And we're not getting any errors. I'm a little concerned with the Z indexing. Like, I'm a bit not sure about the performance implications of these different like solutions we're trying here. But intuitively, I want to say that using a single rectangle and a reusable shader for all of the lines is not only going to be more flexible than a system that forces us to conform to like a series of points with no interpolation between them, but also is going to be more performant than having to store a shit ton of points in memory and like update them every time and then have like all the extra, probably doesn't make a difference either way is kind of the point here. The performance improvements we're going to get from this are not going to be worth it, but it's fun to make things polished. It will look better, I think, this way, because it's going to make the line look smoother. So that is a more valid reason, actually. And I could just use more resolution on the lines, but that might actually start to tank performance a little bit. Because you're going to need so many points to, like, simulate the effect of increased resolution. Or, like, smoothing, some sort of interpolation. I don't know what the term, Bezier curve thing stuff. I thought there was, like, a curve 2D node. I read there was a curve 2D node somewhere. I couldn't find it, at least not in this version. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they got rid of it at some point. Oh my god, my mind is doing great in terms of energy levels and focus today. It's awesome. Uh, right. So let's start by getting the angle. Yeah. Okay. Rotation equals angle. And then rectangle dot position. Uh, minus equals vector 2. Wait. I think, okay, we'll just try this. Dot rotated angle. It's like multiple signage things here that could go wrong, but I don't have to wait 50 billion years for it to load this time, so let's see. Let's see what's going on. Go! Nothing. Nothing is happening. Fantastic. Oh, I think I know why. We didn't multiply by anything. Yeah, okay. So we want to multiply it by distance times 0.5. Or I guess we don't have to put these in parentheses, technically. Hmm. So it went in the wrong way. Okay, well, I should just be able to change the vector we're using. What about vector 2 dot down? Wait, what was the thing? Oh no, we're getting the... Okay, I remembered. Thank goodness. I want to try playing like a RimWorld song at some point. Oh shit, I don't remember how they go though. Or at least none of the guitar parts. I only remember the whistling parts. Unfortunate. But no, I think I do have to sit down and like take the time to learn some more songs. It is a requirement. Anyways, got the thing working, which is cool. Uh, yeah, close that out. Upgrades. Oh, this is actually the menu we're looking for. Um, yeah, so for testing purposes, let me add a color rect here. And I will have to do the live update thing at some point. Um, nothing related to the live stream, like on the physics process, update the positions like we were with the line 2Ds. Which I think was just, I guess I can't say it was a complete waste of time doing that. I think the main use we got out of that, the thing that wasn't a waste, was basically getting down the timing for when we would like adjust the node hierarchy. Like I didn't have to think about it too much to switch that over. So I think we did most of the work when we implemented it as line 2D stuff there. Um Stages. How about UI, dragon menu upgrades, and we're going to call this connection. Okay, and I mean, the basic logic here is pretty simple. I think we could do something like this. But I mean, how do I say this? Getting a basic line is going to be very easy, but then, bending it and adding effects is going to take a little more involvement. I think getting the bending correctly is going to be the most difficult for me, subjectively, because I have not done a lot of, like, curve math, but I would like to do that. I think it would be at least a nice option. Yeah, let me call this factor equals distance uv dot x, so 0.5, but actually 1 minus. What? Okay. And then color equals vector 4, 1, 0, 0, factor. Do we have UVs here? I think so. Maybe distance doesn't work with single floats. Okay, maybe we need to multiply this. What? What if I multiply by 2? It's like giving us a constant value. I do not understand this. What the hell? I guess we could have the wrong axis. Hold on. No, I feel like this should work, though. uv.x minus 0.5. Okay, let's say it's like 0.7 here. Minus 0.5. That's 0.2. Absolute value of that is 0.2. What the hell? Are we getting errors? Okay. Distance equals 0.5 minus uv.x. Dude, my guitar is like... Let me set it down. It's just, like, it's nice to have it on hand at the ready in case I need to, like, play the world's worst riff. But the world's most middling riff, okay? But give it 2 years, all right? Gonna be insane. No, I'm getting the impression that guitar skill. Ugh. Okay, I dropped my headphones, but I caught them, so it's fine. Hold on. Do I have the dent right now? I do. I've been to the... Oh my god. This is pissing me off! If only there was some way to fix this. Seriously, I'm so complacent about the chord thing. What can I do, though? I need to come up with actual solution. I need, like, a tripod, and on the top is, like, a little two-dimensional sponge that I can funnel all the little chords through. That's what I need. And then it'll already have some elevation. I need my two-dimensional sponge. But like the pores in it are like really large, enough to fit like a cord in. And probably not like non-uniform cells in the sponge or pores. Imagine like all the pores are like circular and it's like a nice even distribution. That's the kind of thing I'm referring to. But I don't know, that's just one idea. Uh, okay. So we can clearly see some variation there. The absolute value is becoming 0. What the hell? Why? Weren't we having a similar problem before? What the? I don't understand. Does this happen with the y-axis as well? I guess. Something not working here? Like, I understand how absolute value works, right? That should be 0 right there, and this should be whatever this value is, and then it should be, like, flipped on the other side. Why is this the part that's gonna take 80 billion years? Yeah, I don't think it's working. Let me look this up. Godot absolute value not working in shader. It can't be a floating point problem. I also tried it with sine. This is frustrating. Distance didn't work either. I mean, what if I try distance uh in 2 dimensions? And absolute value is evil, so let me stop using that. Really? Are you serious? I feel like something's broken here. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense. My brain is on one today, I think. Hopefully I'm using the correct terminology for that statement. God. Okay, uv.x. Can we just do the 0.5 thing this time, please? Please. It's fine. We have 4 hours to make a line. Pretty sure I can manage that. Okay. Let me try using... Okay, well, let's turn this back into factor. Factor equals factor to the power of, like, 8. See how that looks. Okay. I think we need a much larger exponent here. Maybe something like this would do. And then Let me set this to 1 and then set the alpha to the factor. You might have to use like an additive blend mode. I don't know. It looks like a laser. It's fun. Although it's nice because we can kind of just preview it right here. So now we don't even have to like worry about it. Oh. Wait. Hold on. As long as we can see the preview in here, which we can't. Awesome. Okay. We might be able to add it here. Export var connection shader. Shader material. And we will try to use instance uniforms here. I don't see why we couldn't do that. The only reason we might not be able to do it is like if it just doesn't work with control nodes, which would be lame, but who knows? Yeah, I think the main information we're going to want for this is the position of the first connection within the rectangle, the position of the second one, the normal of the first one, and the normal of the second one, where the normal is like facing directly out in the direction like we're going from the node. Yeah, and I think there is a to local function in control nodes. I hope. Okay, I didn't set the thing correctly. I'll be honest, like I can't say I am feeling a little tired, but I'm also just like lazy. I feel lazy right now. So I guess it's good we're working on this specifically because I mean we've gotten a lot of the difficult stuff out of the way. And then pretty soon we'll just be able to worry about formatting and making everything look nice. Oh, we do have to get the dragon in the center though. That is gonna be fun. It'll be so much fun. We might have to I hope we don't have to rework the entire upgrade system so we can actually update the dragon in real time. I might just resort to recreating the dragon every time we update the upgrade hierarchy. It could work. I mean it'll be performant enough, I think. Yeah, we want to set the shader for the rectangle. Rectangle dot material equals connection. Of course, we called it shader. It's awesome. Okay, and then here is the code. Right. Then we want to do this stuff. And it seems like this all still works, but the only stuff we want to worry about is like these. So it's a little bit more complicated now, but it's fine. Or it uses more lines, basically. Okay, the line is going the wrong way. So we just have to switch to the y-axis. Yeah, and I guess we would need the normal, because we can't just rely on the rotation of the rectangle, can we? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not if we want to do like a actual proper curve calculation. Um, yeah, let me go to the shader editor, uv.y. Run it again. Okay, it's like a laser pointer. Cool. Cool. Yeah, we need to better refine the algorithm. Maybe this could just be as simple as like a domain warp or something. Could warp the domain, you know? It's warping. We do want like a flow direction though. There is that to consider. But our rotation should be consistent now, so that should be easy enough to do using the UVs. And we also want it to sort of taper off towards the end to make this transition here less sharp. So I'm not sure how I want to do that. I have an idea. Let's get rid of that part for a second. Okay. Factor times equals distance. UV vector 2. I guess we're on the y-axis now, so do 0.50. Would that work? I don't know. I do not know. I think it's working, but like not in the way we want. Shit. Am I doing it in the right spot? Maybe not? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Alright. I feel like the first one should work. Yeah, I think this is technically correct, but we'll see. We'll see. We also need the other side. Okay. This doesn't look like a correct distribution, I must say. Yeah, we need to flip some things here. But you can see the idea. It's coming together. All right? It's all part of the plan. It's like a signed distance function or whatever. Something like that. Can we use division? Otherwise, I'll try the 1 minus thing again. Get rid of that. Wait, what if I reduce the amount? I guess this would technically be correct. It's just that the lines have like way more influence. Or the circles do, I mean. So I could multiply this and have it factor in a larger amount. But then we're getting some new problems here. Yeah, how do I want to fix this? Line, so like, but with rounded caps. Hmm. I think a multiplication approach is probably going to be better. I'm just getting the vibe that that is the case. Which is actually not how I'm determining that, but you've been pranked. Okay. Hmm. It's like a lemon shape. What if we add more line to this equation? I think you simply need to add more line. Did you ever think of that? Maybe we need to apply exponents to these. Or you know what? We could adjust these parameters to give it almost more of like a band look, or like a electricity kind of thing, which could work. Not opposed to that. As long as we can just keep adjusting things. Maybe I should make like uniforms for this. 'Uniform, float, uh, y factor equals 5. Uniform, float, left factor equals 1. Uniform float right factor equals 1. And then uniform float multiplier equals 1. And just replace these. How about I call these side factors? Because I don't imagine I'd want to do a non-uniform distribution there. Okay, now I can adjust this a little bit more dynamically with the dynamicness. Seems like it really doesn't want to reach the other side. Or it just turns into a lemon. Unfortunate. Could I multiply the distance itself? think I'm doing this in the wrong parentheses. Something has happened. Hmm. Now it's like inverted. Why? What's up, Redstone? If I said this before, that's just the same as the factor. Adjusting the side factor, I'm pretty sure. I could use the power of the power function. There's got to be a better way to do this. What the hell? A sine wave? I don't know. Yeah, I could just squash down a circle if I really wanted to do this. Need my help? I'm here. What do you need help with? More original features? Call me on the perfect day. My brain is deteriorating. Yeah, maybe we'll just use a sine thing. Wait, no, I could just use a distance function for that. I have a sphere shader I want to use because it looks sick. I need ideas, look on Discord. Alright. I do shaders. I can give some shader input. You gotta posturize. That's what there's some whatever it's called. No, let me look. I gotta wait for my Discord to load. What do I use this for? It looks sick. I'm gonna need it in the game. You are ahead of my computer. I've still not loaded. Discord takes a surprisingly long amount of time. It takes like feels like similar amount of time to Steam. Why does Steam take so long to load? I don't know. Like it shouldn't be loading a lot from storage, right? Steam I understand because you got to get all the images and stuff and maybe load those in some capacity, but Discord, I mean icons, some other miscellaneous items. I don't know. I don't know how technology works. Okay, let me see. Let me do the real-time shader analysis. Hold on. Very important. Can I show it on screen? Probably loads all your games and checks your marketplace account balance. Yeah. There could be like a network component to it for sure. All right. Here we are. So, it appears um trying to tell what's going on here. I don't think it's connected to the normal. I think it's connected to the distance or something. Maybe it is connected to the normal. There's a second image. All right. A multi-block select tool. Hmm. can the shape like change, or are they all just spheres? Because to me this looks like it could be useful in its current state, or it has to be something with a radius. So it works with a anything with a radius, or assigned distance field, perhaps. I think I think something you could use this for is like item drops if you wanted to do that. Although it might be more interesting to the player. I feel like it'd be more interesting in a game to just have the item fall on the ground and then be able to pick it up. Feels more visceral, less cartoony. I don't know. Hard to explain. Well, I guess that is kind of the explanation. You want to feel like you're scrapping for components, not picking up little beep boop doodads, cartoon objects. Um, I mean, the thing with the multi-block select tool, what if you're only selecting a bunch like on a single axis? I'm trying to think how it works in other games. Like, it might also be better to use a prism for that. Um, because I assume you're working on a grid, and it's more likely to conform to the shape of a rectangular prism than to conform to the shape of a sphere. Maybe I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to do. That's what I would say based off of what I'm seeing. Use it for the bubble device. Okay, at this point, I think we can do 1 minus distance UV vector 2, 0 0.5, 0 0.5. Get rid of all of this other stuff. Oh my god. Wait. Copy this. Factor equals mix. Factor. Hold on. Float factor B. Zero 0.5. See what that does. Uh, okay. Hmm. I don't know if this would work on a line though. I guess with the domain warp it would. Maybe they're canceling each other out in some way. Oh, I have to look at the preview up here. I see. Okay. It may not even be necessary to go to the other one though. Like to blend to the other one at all. Because we're just gonna squash the sphere. It's gonna be too much. Yeah. Okay. Multiply this by more or less. I don't know. Oh. Oh my. Also change some UI. Let me look. Let me see. Looks good. I'm so tired today. So I wish I could give better commentary, but I might pass out while streaming. This is not going to be a very long stream. I'm having a rough one. We got to make the waves though. How did I make the lightning? Tired is fine. Yeah, it will have to do. Have you seen the new UI on Twitch? Gross. I noticed there were some UI changes in my panel, but I didn't notice any in Twitch itself. Or I noticed some with the ad manager. That's pretty much it. Let me see. Let me check. Once again, I think I already said that. I can only use the same voice intonation, funny voice, so many times before it becomes old. Those are the rules. Yeah, ew, round circles. What is this? Twitch more like shit. Oh, come on. Come on. Cutting corners. Yeah. Twitch more like ditch, yeah. I was trying to think of something circle related. Twitch more like you can't do it. It's impossible. There's not enough words in the English language. I'm applying too many filters, too many tags. There's no search results. And to find one that's like funny, you know? Still thinking. No, can't think of it. Twitch more like itching for them to actually release a good update for once. Boom. Boom. Existential roast. Twitch's entire existence has been compromised by this world-shattering roast. It's just, I'm so tired. Oh my god. What the hell? Can we use a mix here, perhaps? I did. Maybe I could try the absolute value thing. Oh, jeez. You know what? That might actually work. Also made an electric engine in real life or in the game. I'm assuming in the game. Wait, no. I don't know. And a limited color palette in game. Oh, I see. Because that would imply that there's like a difference between an electric engine and a non-electric engine. I assume. Which could hint at some new gameplay mechanics that I haven't heard of yet. Or at least a utilization of pre-existing gameplay mechanics that I was not aware of. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, you got the color palette now. Nice. You should do multiple materials. Multiple simulate the universe, okay? Every NPC has a built-in LLM that takes up 70 terabytes on the user system. Fun. They have a much faster acceleration, but slower top speed. I see. The way, you know, the way Scrap Mechanic did it? It had, I don't know, actually. I think it did have higher acceleration, lower top speed. I was thinking of it in terms of, like, horsepower, which was confusing me. Yeah, it looks good. And they also stop instantly and hold position. I am too lazy to do that, though. Ah, I see. They also electric engines, huh? Except, I mean, you could just have the spinny stop, the acceleration stop, right? Wouldn't that be how it works? Or like, is it in real life the electric engine stops completely, and if you're going too fast, well then you just like flip over or whatever. Maybe that's what you mean. In which case, yeah, like uh that would that would require, I assume, some modification of what you have implemented right now. I have to account for mixing electric and gas, so it's special. I have to account for. I'm so tired, Redstone. I have. Is that like a chemist? I don't know. Is that a joke? Or are you saying you actually? I have to account for mixing. What? Basically, I don't understand what you mean. Could you clarify for my clouded brain? Mixing electric and gas. Oh, okay. I mean, like, if I have a regular engine and an electric engine, they have different stats. Yeah. I guess it would depend exactly what you want to do. If you could connect one of the engines to a specific, like, axle or something, like in Scrap Mechanic, maybe you could do something there. So that you only apply the effect to whatever axles are connected to the electric engine. Just an idea. That is assuming, though, that that is even, the way it works to begin with. Which, if I remember correctly, I don't think it was. Yeah, now this is, since this is absolute value, should be able to do something like this. Wait. That maybe? Oh. Length. Okay, there we go. Doesn't look very good, though. Well, I better start working on simulating the universe next then. Indeed, indeed. That is an important part of this process. I gotta work on my universe simulator. That's the next game I'm working on, my universe simulator 50 billion. I have to make the game more user-friendly. I guess the more user-friendly you can make it whilst keeping the same potential of gameplay mechanics, the better. This is really bad. Okay, I woke up way earlier than I meant to, and I couldn't fall back to sleep, so I only ended up getting like 5 hours of sleep. So I have to lock in and need to make a tutorial. Yeah. Coffee. No, I've quit caffeine. I haven't consumed caffeine in like a week and a half. I'm stopping. Stopping caffeine. Never again. Also, coffee right now would be too late. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. It'd be like so annoying. Simultaneously feel like tired, but also like I can't sleep. If I don't drink coffee, I will immediately sleep. What's going on here? What could this be? Send you a key for the Steam version. Is it playable right now? I've been trying to. You inspired me. I'm trying to work on my my Steam page. That's what I've been trying to do for the last couple of weeks. Oh, it's not. It's not playable. You can redeem it. Ah. Well, thank you. Also, oh my God, Redstone, you're not gonna believe this. Ad break is starting now. I've been live for. I think I started the first one at like 2 minutes in, so now it's timing this one for hour 7 minutes. Having your library. I appreciate that. Thank you. What better way to show my appreciation than a 3-minute ad break? You have ad block, right? If so, thank you. Can finally live out my dream. No, I am excited to play the game. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I gotta like recalibrate my brain. I gotta take a wrench to my head and adjust some parameters. Doesn't work on Twitch though. I see. I have a workaround. Oh. All right. Well, I'll be back in like 2.5, 3 minutes. Alright, we're back. I was attacked by a fly. I was attacked by a wild fly, as opposed to a domesticated fly. I used the picture-in-picture to open stream and mute main stream and mute the picture-in-picture. Ah. See. Yeah, I'm like my energy levels are going like that. Put a picture in Discord. All right. Let's see. Ah, I see. Okay. You're getting some sort of military ad. It's real. Yeah. I see though. I see the technique. Okay, I might move on from the shader for now. UK military is lower than it was in 1860 in some parts of the 1600s. I see. I'm assuming it wasn't a ad that said like, "Oh, it's bad that we're all going to die." I'm assuming it was like a pro military one, I guess, based off of what you're saying. Based off the context you're providing. What's up, Arctic? They just say you know what's in it for me? Do they say what's in it for them, or like... And so you can... Oh. Oh. That's funny. Okay, something is going on here. Oh, it reminds me of that game where you make, like, the neural network creatures and they learn how to walk. It was, like, in the very early days of neural network. I don't know. I can't say early days of neural networks. Certainly wasn't the level we have now. It depends on the ad in person. Yeah. One of the guys says he can talk to anyone. Isn't that right, sir? Can talk to anyone. Isn't that right, sir? I love, like, TV. I love all TV commercials. They feel so dystopian to watch. Maybe I've talked about this before. I don't know anyone watches a TV commercial and was like, yes, I'm going to buy this product now. Please. They all seem like they're shit. All of the products in the TV commercials seem like ass, is basically the synopsis here. They just have that vibe. I know there's exceptions, of course. We're talking about a general tendency here. I don't mind the look of this. We will improve it, though. But usually the ads we get is like, don't you want to be part of something greater than yourself? Don't you want to be part of something that's bigger than you? Do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes? How's the Steam page going? I'm chipping away at it. Hopefully I can be ready by the end of this week, but it's hard to say. But that is the goal, is to move towards Steam page. Now I want to see if I can, because I'm just trying to get everything built in here. Some of the ads are on there. I see. If you're interested, of course. Maybe I'll look at it in a little bit. But yeah, unless the veterans come back and they get like $1 million squidrillion. Like, okay, it's like, what can you do to compensate for the fact that they're basically, I guess it depends on what the circumstances are like, but basically going to like die for national interests. Like, what compensation should be given to like amend for that? And oftentimes it's directed to people who basically are going to make a impulsive decision to go ahead and do it, or like don't have a better option, aren't necessarily like given a bunch of other options to choose from. And hey, do you want to choose this one? It's like they have all this freedom to choose. At least in the U.S., that is how the dynamic is. I think the moral uh implications there are pretty consistent, but UK military doesn't get paid enough. That's all it is. You get free housing though. Yeah. Only just found out the US doesn't get universal credit. What is that? What is a universal credit? What's today's objective? Arctic. I just finished making the shader for the connections. And I'm about to move on to improving the placement of the nodes. Let me look that up. Universal credit. What? Guess I'm not finding that. It's money the government gives you if you meet some. Ah, I see. Okay. Most people meet set requirements. I see. I think we have some systems like that, but I don't think there's any that apply to most people. At least not like right out of the gate inherently that I'm aware of. Should be automatically updating. Okay. Right, we need to implement some sort of recursive element here. I'm head out, gotta sleep. 3 a.m. now. Alright, thank you for stopping in Redstone. I hope to sleep soon as well. Yeah, good luck with the game. Good work, and good luck. Thank you. Mutual wishes of good luck. Take care, Redstone. I'm actually going to pass out in a couple minutes here. Literally, I'm literally going to pass out. How many times do I have to reiterate that I'm tired before I am able to make it known that I'm tired? I wonder. How many times am I going to have to do it? How many times can we do it in this stream? I'm going to challenge myself. How many times can I talk about how tired I am? Oh, and this is if root node equals null. I see. PK, what's a good enemy idea for a 2D RPG game? Depends on your game. It's difficult to say. I guess generally the approach is to give enemies with different strengths and then give each of them like a weakness. I don't know, it depends. Depends on your game. Maybe I need a different function here. Kind of like Rain World with more characters and elements. Yeah, still, it would still depend what you're doing with your game. Like, if there's any physics-based elements, what the gameplay loop is like. Is it a roguelike? Is it a platformer with... Is it a roguelike platformer? Is it a... Is it a shooter, 2D top-down shooter with side-scrolling elements? I'm gonna make another function here to sort connections. And we'll just have this part here. This is part of the... This is part of the defry principle. Don't freaking repeat yourself. Okay. Now, in this other case, we have to, like, do something else. Oh, we do have to, go into the connections, though. Yeah. For node in nodes, I see. If node dot... Can we get, like... okay, dot output port dot connections dot size equals 0. Continue. Or size is greater than 0, so we're only affecting root nodes. We're just going to do that for now until we need more variables in our recursion, at which point we could probably figure out some other solution. Okay, I guess we don't need this. Oh shoot. We do need a base position as well. Yeah, I forgot. We have like a whole quad tree we have to traverse. Right. Okay. Um, let's try and store this stuff in the upgrade node UI. And I think we'll do something like this for the dynamic branching. If root node equals null, collection equals nodes. Else. Oh shit. What type is this? Okay, they're ports, which is fine. So we'll say collection dot append. Do we not have a reference to the node itself? Guess maybe not. Okay. I guess we'll add that now. No reason we can't. Then we can say node. And then we just iterate through current node equals root node. That's something that was part of our old implementation. For node in collection. Oh. Okay, let me see what filter does. I guess we could improve the performance on this though. All right. Return node. Just make sure our connections are empty. So we filter the root nodes. Let me just move this comment up here. I guess it would make more sense to have it here, where the actual logical component of that is. And I'm assuming it returns an array. Yeah. All right, now we need to add like our octree, or what our tree elements here is what we have to add. How are we going to keep track of the depth? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I could have it here. And I could store the depth here. Depth equals 0. Connect ports. Right now, it doesn't necessarily matter what the order is here. Should I try and like keep it that way? That's where we connect them there. Okay, well, I guess we'll just make it somewhat order dependent then. God, I'm very tired. A to B. I think we want to say A dot depth. A dot node dot depth equals B dot node dot depth plus 1. Now we have that in the tree. And then we'll have a start position as well. What? Unfortunate. I guess that this way, with this variable, we can determine we can basically determine whether it's going to be a root node or not. I guess I'm kind of not naming this in the best way. But here I would say node upgrade position. Oh god. Vector 2. Or how about node dot output port dot connections 0 dot node. That's a lot. Dot position. Maybe I should make a get connected node function. Upgrade position plus vector 2. For now, let me just add the upgrade increment. Sort connections. I think we'll do that after like this. I don't know. For connected in node. Can I get here? Yeah, and then sort positions b dot node Watch this make an infinite loop. It's going to be fantastic. We have made quite a few changes, so I'm probably going to test this through GDScript. Quite a few things that could be not correct here. Wait, what was the fancy chord? Wasn't really too fancy. I just played it in an interesting and new way. Okay, I think that's what I was looking for. Oh my god, can I do it? Jeez. Jeez. It's still not loaded yet. Pretty sure that's a harmonic. I don't know. I feel like someone on Roblox told me that's not what a guitar harmonic was, but I don't know. Can I remember any of the RimWorld stuff now? No, all the any of the melodies I might be able to try to remember are like they go for a long time. I don't remember them well enough. Maybe if my brain was in a better mood. That's not working. What the hell? Man? Or is it? Maybe it is working. I don't know. What? Highlighting is not working. Damn it. What are you doing? Okay, well, it's not working. We're not getting any errors, though, which means all of our data structures are, I guess, technically valid. Uh... Hmm. What part of this isn't working? Is it the sort connections part? I suppose it could be. Wait, but then it's not using b.node. Oh. No, we want to do this. I'm overcomplicating it. Sort positions node. It still might not work, but that's the correct flow with the implementation we're going for. I'm not playing that right. Can we go even higher? Can't even hear the higher string that well. And I gotta trim my fingernails, because that's like a thing I have to do now if I want to play guitar with any level of proficiency. What the hell? Whoa. Is it just me or do the chords sound extra nice today? It's like that warm, bassy string beneath it that's giving it that extra sauce. Like right in here. I gotta like become one of those Omegle people, those the mysterious anime Omegle stranger protagonist, who will like, I think it's like one guy who basically someone will he'll like go on Omegle and he'll ask someone, "What's your favorite song?" or something like that, and he'll have a guitar, and then they'll say it, and then he'll just turn it into like a fucking orchestral masterpiece, adding in a bunch of notes and stuff. Um, and one of the things it seems like he knows how to do is like, I guess a general skill you can have in music is being able to, or with an instrument, is being able to correlate pitch with position, not note name with position, specifically the sound of the pitch with the position on the instrument. So like if I wanted to play a do in whatever chord this is, like I could try and guess. Do. So I was two off. I gotta learn how to like get that on the first try, basically. What's up, Dino? Welcome. Alright, is this gonna work? No. No, it's not working. Eee. No. I thought I could join in for a second. Well, welcome. Welcome in. Probably gonna stream soon, but it's a good thing you stopped by. I'm gonna watch another streamer. Alright. I'm not sure what's going on here. Um, and then for the ones that don't have any nodes, it should automatically like fix that. What are you working on? I'm trying to now format the positions for the upgrade nodes. I can get the Steam page ready, hopefully soon. Can I do multiple? I mean, of course, but... Working on a Roblox game? Nice. I got some Roblox game projects that I'm working on. I gotta keep working on. Node.output port dot connections 0. Wait. I guess the output port is correct. No, hold on. Root node output port dot connections dot size. Input port I think is actually what we want to look for here. Which means we have to go through all of the input ports. I guess for port in root node dot input ports for connection in port dot connections collection dot append connection dot node. Should be as simple as that. Right, because that's a root node, we're going up the chain. And then here we're saying node dot output port dot connections. I think that is correct. Yeah. We could use root node though, right? Maybe some more things will be fixed now. Well, I'm off to watch the other streamer. If you're on when they stop, I'll be back. It's in giant cool dino mech from last time and flies away. That's such a dino moment. Take care, dino. Time for the world's most beautiful chord ever played. I liked what we had before, but like I've said this before, really what I need to do is just sit down, turn some of these things, some of these ideas into a coherent song that I can practice and really crank up the wow factor on. See you, Dino. Thanks for stopping in. There's some other variation of this I was practicing. I forget what it was. I don't see why I couldn't like practice for 10 minutes and like add a third finger in there. I think I could almost do this with a slide. Whoa. Wait a minute. No, it's a, oh my god, I found a new chord by myself, presumably. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, oh shit, I forgot. No. I think it was this. Why is this like, why is that like beach at night? Why is that beach at sunset? But then this is like, oh my god, I'm entering Nosferatu's castle. Why? Someone explain this to me. Is it the notes themselves or the associations that already have been created in media? I don't know. What the f- Ugh! And the thing isn't working. Come on. Done so many half-assed revisions, man. I'm not even trying right now. I'm totally not trying. Prepositions node. Okay, so maybe I still have to do the sort connections afterwards. Are we setting the position of the node? No, we shouldn't be. Okay. My fingernails are getting in the way now. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. I'm not trying. What's up? Penga. I'm just gonna say Pengua because I do not know how to pronounce the rest of the name. Apologies. And thank you. Maybe if I was less tired, my brain would magically have the ability to instantaneously know the pronunciation. That'd be fantastic. I'm making a game. I'm making a game right here. Let me show you. Let me show you the game. Whoa. Oh, and this is what I'm working on right now. I'm working on this upgrade menu, but I'm trying to like get the layout to automatically sort in the way I want it to. Well, it seems like some of the positions are at least independent of the others now. Huh. Would this be like working somehow? Oh, I should not have clicked that. Wait, that's the same chord as here. I think. That's not. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I think it's that one. Was I playing this in the same spot? Okay, well, it seems like our continue button is not working. Which might actually be good. Or maybe it froze? I'm not sure. Yeah, let me show you the actual game. The play area. And I don't have everything loaded in right now, but it's like you play as a physics-based dragon. It's like a roguelite. Slowly upgrade your dragon over multiple runs. And I'm currently reworking the upgrade menu. I'm trying to get ready for a Steam page because I'm getting to that point now. It's exciting stuff. You can hear the enthusiasm in my voice. There's something missing from this chord. I just have to change one string and it'll sound nice. I know enough about music theory. Wait a minute. Is it this? There we go. Okay, I think I'm cooking. I'm distracting myself. That's the start of something. Okay. So this already has the negative upgrade orb increment. This should just like add it, and that offset should compound, but it seems like it's not. Let me see if I can observe anything about the way the layout is made. See if I can uncover any information here. So we have this first node, and then if I put this one down, I can't tell if it's still trying to arrange it in the cylinder or not. The capsule. Looks like it might have messed up some of our other stuff too. Here, let me try doing it with no nested upgrades. Let me see if that does anything. Oh, right, because it does the equal distribution or whatever. See, that time it seemed like it did not work. It seemed like it tried to integrate it into the layout with all the other ones that time. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, we're using nodes.size. Um, yeah, let me use collection.size. Because that's the, we only want it to apply to the root nodes. That should help us visualize things a little bit better. I'm still not seeing any higher levels. They're all on that first ring. Why? Like, that did change the layout of it. For node in collection, port and root node.input ports. For connection and port.connections, collection, but append connection.node. Okay. If root node equals null, node.upgrade, that is irrelevant. Here it's node.upgrade position equals root node.upgrade position plus vector 2, and then we change the orbit increment a little bit. And then we call sort positions on the node itself. Which should be fun because we're setting the upgrade position right here, and then we're sorting the connections. Should we do that beforehand? I don't know. I think that's literally just for the lines. So it should be fine. Now what about the order in which we're calling these things? Oh, we're sorting the positions before they're connected. Um, okay, we might not have to do that anymore. If we're just not equal to null. Yeah. Try this. So now we need that hierarchical information. Like, find the correct positions. Oh my god. What? No. Really? I didn't even change any of the other parts of the implementation. Sort positions, only affect root nodes. Let me try running it through GDScript. The magical solution to all problems. I want to try playing that one oxen-free motif. Oh no, I'm encountering an issue here. But how can I play this across strings? Yeah, because I would have to go down, like, really far for that. Or else I'd have to go there. I'd like to, like, turn it into a chord. Maybe if I go lower. Yeah, it's too far. I can kind of start on the first string, but I have that tuned to D right now. Why? Why is that happening all of a sudden? Uh, Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I think I have to put it out here. I guess we want to sort the positions either way in those cases. Wait a minute. Work in progress. Definitely throws my timing off having the headphones on. Uh, no, it's not good. It's not good. It is unfortunate. Is it at least connecting them though? Connect ports. We could try testing it through GD script once again. Node equals create node recursive. That's interesting because it almost sounds like there's like multiple riffs going on. Very simple. It's just this and then and that. Interesting. That sounds like a new technique, I feel. Which is basically like I guess thinking of like switching chords is almost like a polyrhythm, but at the same time you're not doing, I don't know. You're only doing a rhythm with like one of the fingers. Like the rhythm stays the same on your hand, never changes on the second string. The only part where it's changing is on the first string. Okay. Did I change anything that time? I don't think so. Ooh, that is unfortunate. And I can't seem to like hover over some of the other ones. Are we setting the actual like data connections? A dot connections dot append B. Hmm. Oh, we might be treating these so that they go in both ways. Yeah, we are doing that. Um, I guess that's fine. I guess we can do that. There's no reason we wouldn't want to be able to traverse our data structure in that way. I guess it's almost, I can't say it's like a parent connection. We're not really doing like nodes in like the Godot sense because we have to go through the ports now. I guess there's kind of like an extra step there. But we also have like multiple child folders with this structure. Okay, finally, thank you. I think I need to increase the increment. But something is finally beginning to happen here. Yes, thank you. You can see the normal is consistent. Cool. Maybe I should use the position of the port as well, but this is a good start. Oh, should we make a function to convert, like to deconvert a position? I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, let me set the increment to at least double what it is right now. And then adding staggering to the left and right should be easy. We just have to figure out like the region sizes at some point, or how we're gonna sort out what the region sizes will be. All right, let's see. Right, let's try adding an upgrade here. Cool. So yeah, this is, if you were not sure what I was going for the upgrade menu before, here is like finally, now you can see the idea. That's where our nested upgrades go. And this is a pretty compact way to store the information. I mean, imagine if this was all cards, it would be like taking up this entire space. And of course we can, tweak all this and stuff, and I will make like zoom in and out functionality, that sort of thing. And yeah, we're gonna have to like adjust the horizontal positioning of these because like if I drag another one into here, they just, layer over top one another. Um, Maybe I could just do something temporary for that right now. Perhaps. But we have to get the index of the current node, something like that. Yeah. So we need to replace like 0 here with something. And I guess we could use the index at least for this one. Oh, we already have node I. Okay. And weren't we doing this before for the angle on the ports? Upgrade node UI. No, that's the scene. We want the script. Uh, this is what we want. Go back to Dragon menu. Add that here, probably. And then we can say angle offset, and then we want like a radius. Let's just do like 50. No, let's do like 40. That might be too little. 50. Yeah, because remember before when we were doing 50 for this, it was like directly adjacent, so maybe this is what we want. Maybe this is the layout we're going for. And then a little bit of padding in between them. Alright, let's run the project. Okay, we need to add a lot of nodes. Oh, wait, I can also just click. But I want to add like a dedicated click functionality for that. No! Why? Why are you doing this? Don't do that. What happened there? Why can't I select fucking anything now? Oh, it must be the rectangle for the connection. That's probably what it is. Been messing us up this whole time. We want to use ignore. Yep. Run the project. Right, it seems like our stuff is still broken though. Yeah, what's going on there? Oh, we gotta remember it's like a factor. Okay. Um, right. I guess it would be good to have like an absolute sort of increment we could use. Yeah, I think we'd actually want to like decrease the amount here. Try that maybe. Okay. So they overlap each other a little bit. But this is the idea. And then once we run out of space for one of these, I guess we move it up or something. We already figured out what we wanted to do for that. We were just gonna like subdivide the ring, right? We need to make our surface area or our circumference more consistent, but yeah. This is good progress. Yeah, we can create like this complex tree system. It looks kind of cool already. So I'm probably gonna here. I'm going to die of exhaustion. Actually, not really. I'm very tired. We got good stuff. We got things done today, despite that. I will be streaming again on Wednesday, where I guess the next thing we probably clean some of this stuff up. Um, but yeah, we got to get the region sorting correct, and maybe work on the dragon visual. Um, maybe fix the the spacing, and then on Thursday we can just polish. Thursday could be, hopefully, if I am efficient enough, Thursday can be a polish day. Then I should be able to get it all ready. Wait, no, I gotta like change the UI panels, the background and stuff. We'll figure it out. But we are moving in a good direction as per usual. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here, so thank you everyone who stopped in. Thank you, Redstone. Thank you, Penga. Thank you, Arctic. Thank you, Dino. Yes, I'm going to end it here. So thank you again, everyone. I will see you all on Wednesday. Take care. You know what? I should probably get back into streaming more often. Yeah. But until then, see you all on Wednesday. Take care. See you later. Ending it now.